What up, dudes? It's Gaz, and welcome back to the Warframe video. So, today we're going over the newly announced Prime Resurgence rotation for February. If you are not someone that's played Warframe in a while, we don't do Prime on Vaults anymore. We basically do this thing called Prime Resurgence, where there's a new type of premium currency, and this whole complicated thing. There's a long story on it, but basically, yeah, there's a second premium currency to get unvaulted stuff, and we're going over that rotation today. There's two new frames that are being added to it, and the ones that were in there before are being removed. So that's what we're going to be going over. Before we get into it, though, make sure you're subbed to this channel. We do daily Warframe video uploads. Also, check out the live stream channel. We'll probably be live later tonight with some Elden Ring. All right. Now, if you want to go and find this Resurgence stuff, you can either check it out in your ship, or you can just fly there directly to Maru's Bazaar on Mars. And the current rotation right now we have is Volt Prime and Loki Prime with their, specific cosmetics and stuff. I bought the Edo Prime armor, which you can probably see on my Necros Prime right now. Looks pretty good on lots of frames. Actually, I only have the chest piece. The shoulder guard is actually the Garuda Prime armor you cannot get, and they might eventually add it to this thing. But yeah, some of the best Prime armor in the game. If you are looking to spend some money on this game, on cosmetics specifically, I'd say the Edo Prime armor is going to be your best bet. So as we see right here, this is the stuff we have, and the next offering is going to be Atlas and Vauban Prime. So, we'll go over their cosmetics and stuff like that, but honestly, not the most exciting offering here. It's pretty much as boring as Oberon and Ivara. I believe that one happened before what we currently have right now. But yeah, as far as the cosmetics and the weapons you'll be getting, there's the Fragor Prime and the Axtiletto Prime with Vauban, and with Atlas, there's the Techo Prime and the Death Cube Prime. The Death Cube Prime is a Sentinel, and the Techo Prime is like a punching weapon. So, we'll go over those cosmetics, like I said, but like as far as this, if you are looking to get this stuff, guys, this Edo Prime armor is some of the best. So maybe potentially get that. It is a little bit pricey, and I mean, there hasn't been a really good DE update recently, so maybe wait until after the dev stream to buy this stuff. Because this is slated to come out basically on February 3rd. And if you've been watching my videos, my prediction date for when the dev stream will be is January 27th, which is basically 1 week from today. So 2 weeks from today is going to be when this comes out, like 12 days, 20 hours. It might come out on a Thursday, but basically 2 weeks from today. So let's go over the cosmetics that you can get if you want to get this bundle, or just buy them, because you can buy them like specifically like piecemeal now if you really want to. Alright, so we've got the Orcus Prime Sentinel accessories. This will come with Atlas, and a little bit, unexciting, I'd say. Those are Sentinel accessories. Sentinel accessories are never, actually impressive to me. There's a better view of it with some color customization and stuff. You can make it gold, you can make it red, blah, blah, blah. These are the little wing, oh, no, this is the tail, actually. So the tail is, like, a rotating thing, really nothing to write home about. And the wings are, honestly, just kind of bad looking, in my opinion. So, I mean, it's Sentinel accessories. What do you really expect? Also, we're going to have with Atlas is the massive Prime Cyandana. There you go. I don't even know how I'd explain this. I don't think it looks very good. I guess the nice part about it is it's not very, actually, it is a little bit bulky now that I think about it. I suppose, the bottom part of it, stays pretty tight to the frame, I suppose, but honestly, not that great. And there's, a gross, mesh thing. It looks kind of like it's, dirty or something on here. So not my favorite. Just like Atlas Prime, not my favorite frame. And with Vauban, we've got a Cyandana and a Sugatra. So this one also, I mean, not my favorite. Maybe you like it. It's very triangular, I guess I'd call it. Where, it's also sticking out very far. It's basically poking my Necros in his head. So that kind of is annoying. And then there's a Sugatra. Who cares about Sugatras? But I'll show it to you anyway. It's that little purple dangly thing right there, I believe. So if that's worth, potentially $8 to you, Never try out an actual gacha game if that's worth $8 to you. So yeah, basically those are the frames, and the weapons are actually a lot more exciting. The Fragor Prime hits like a truck, dude. It's one of the hardest hitting weapons in the game in the melee slot, and it has built-in initial combo too. Now here's another, the other weapon that comes with Vauban, the Edo Prime. Talk about outdated. It actually is hilariously, it's not bad enough to make the Furious Prime look that great, but yeah, the Edo Prime is an outdated weapon. I'll quickly show you that. Not the Ballistica Prime. That might be in a future video, though, the Ballistica Prime. The Edo Prime, though, this thing is outdated. Look at these stats. We got an impact, or actually, it's a impact-weighted pistol with high status chance, low crit, and like just not great stats all around. And if we look at the Riven disposition, why does this thing have 2-dot Riven disposition if it's an impact-focused status weapon? I don't know. I literally don't know. The best thing this weapon has going for it is that it looks cool. It's not a great weapon, and they should honestly just like triple the Riven stats, if you ask me. The Fragor Prime, on the other hand, has good Rivens and hits really hard, as we've established. So I was on the Sindo Prime. This thing has 20 more base damage than the Sindo Prime, and it's also got like a lot more crit chance. We got 40% crit chance at base, 2.5 multiplier at base, and also we've got a built-in combo count of 30. So it always has 30 combo count, even when you haven't even hit an enemy yet. So that lets you do like initial combo, heavy attack builds really easily. And as you can see, the Rivens are pretty decently statted. With all these crit chance mods stacked on here, I've got 194% crit chance at base. And I technically could be jamming a little bit more crit chance in other ways, too. So very nice there. You can red crit this thing, like, easily. And if you don't have a Fragor Prime Riven and you want to use a Fragor Prime Riven, I'd say make sure you get one, as this is one of the strongest weapons in the game for just, like, one-shotting acolytes, just smashing enemies. The biggest problem it has is the slow attack speed at 0.8 attack speed. One of the slower weapons in the game. And then as far as the Techo Prime, some people like the Techo Prime. Me personally, I don't like the way this weapon feels, but it's a mostly slash-focused punching weapon. I guess actually it's technically called a sparring weapon. So the stance you use for this is you use things like Seismic Palm and Gaia's Tragedy. Remember, I believe Seismic Palm was the one that is good for stat sticks, where you can just like build combo off of nothing. But yeah, basically, you know, the standard stuff, Blood Rush, Weeping Wounds. I unfortunately have a minus status chance Riven. I would not recommend a minus status chance Riven, as this thing has very high slash weighting, so you can get lots of slash procs pretty consistently. But yeah, it's going to be really up to you. Is this a weapon that you're okay with using? A punching weapon that feels kind of awkward. You can get stuck, you know, in animations and stuff like that. So, and as far as Death Cube Prime, I have no idea why people still think this is good. It's not. It's like, okay, it's got Energy Generator. Man, what year video are you watching where Energy Generator is actually relevant? Energy drops after an orb after assisting 10 kills. You can use AoE sentinel weapons like the, what is that thing called? The Hellstrom. It's a rocket launcher. You can like, spread out the rockets. I used to have a God Orb for this thing. I sold it for like 5,000 plat. I don't know what the guy was thinking, but basically, you spread out all the procs, and you can get viral on the enemies, and also that will count as assists on the kills, and it will technically give you an energy orb every 10 kills. But you're running Death Cube, who is a sentinel that's going to die, and is also, you know, its a special ability, Vaporize, is just not that great. You know, it technically can do some damage, but why are you not running a Smita? Why are you running a Panzer Volpophyla? Why are you running Death Cube? Because you probably got the Prime Access with it in there, and you feel obligated to use it because you bought it. That's probably why you're using it. But yeah, this thing is outdated, and Sentinels in general, I think, could use a survivability update. They've needed it for a while, to be honest. So that's basically it, guys. The frames themselves, Vauban and Atlas, they're a little bit outdated, but they're still technically playable. I think Atlas is more viable than Vauban, because Vauban's basically just a CC frame. But, you know, if you want the CC stuff, go for it. And I don't have a full build on here, but it still works pretty well. Maybe I'll have an Atlas and a Vauban video in the future. Either way, guys, hope you found this video interesting and helpful. New Prime Resurgence happens on, like, February 3rd. New dev stream hopefully happens on the 27th, so they can tell us if they actually deserve our money or not. And, yeah, I hope you guys have a great weekend. Take it easy. Peace!